friends, happy October, happy birthday to me, happy Libra season, all things spooky. I love this month. I hope my vibes come through here. This is just the best month of the whole year. I love it. We're gonna get started with the video today. I already went and trained. You'll see that footage in a bit, but I wanna make a good hearty breakfast afterwards, something filling, a little bit higher in fiber. So I wanted to share it with you today. This is one of my favorites for like colder season, a hot cereal breakfast. I like the oat bran. You can do oats, you can do cream of rice, but the oat bran to me is better in terms of nutritionals. Let me show you the max on that. One serving is 3 fat, 26 carbs, 6 fiber, 6 grams of protein, and there is your other micro breakdown. So this to me is just, I don't know, something about it tastes better than just like a basic oatmeal or cream of rice. It digests really easily for me too, while still giving me that fiber. So I wanted to show you how to make this because it's really easy. We're gonna do 1 full serving. Oh, so close to being on the money. We're gonna go 3 grams over, that's fine. So this we're gonna make on the stovetop. We're gonna heat up the pan. I got 40 grams of the oat bran. We're gonna heat up and boil 8 ounces of milk. I'm gonna use almond milk, unsweetened. We're gonna add that in there. You can use any milk you like. And we're gonna let that go to a boil. I'm not gonna add any sweetener to this, but I am gonna add some of this Madagascar vanilla flavoring. Probably just a little drop of that. Boop. What do you think? Is that good?
No, use a capful.
A full capful? I'll go a little less since I already added some in. What we're gonna add to it is 1 egg white. It adds that volume to it to kind of like floof it up a bit. Plus we're adding protein to it. So I don't know, I've tried mixing protein in just oatmeal or oat bran before without any additional liquid, and I just feel like it gets like really gross tasting, but you add in the egg white and it makes it creamy and delightful. So today we're gonna use the Ghost Vegan Protein, still not sponsored by the way, in pancake batter. Still a little annoyed about it, but it's fine. It's fine, we're not bitter, we're fine, we're cool. We're still using it because we enjoy it organically here. Ghost, what the fuck are you doing? What the fuck you doing? Okay. My egg white whipped. I'm gonna get my protein open so that I'm ready to go. It moves very quickly. This is a very quick recipe to put together once you actually boil your milk. So you take your spooky bowl, preferably, and put your oat bran in there. We're just going to give her a little stir. We're going to let it get a little boily for a second. Keep it on a rumbly boil. Okay, next we're going to add in our 1 egg white, and I really like to get on in there with the fork and really kind of make sure it gets stirred in good. You honestly will not taste egg in here, so if you're someone that doesn't like egg, it won't matter. You don't taste egg. You may see a little bit of the actual egg white in there, but you don't taste it, which is cool. So next I'm gonna turn this down to a lower heat as this is floofing up. I'm gonna add in my 1 scoop of pancake batter. Sorry for the sound of the fork on the pot. You would think after all this time I wouldn't do that, but I do. It gets a little, like when it boils, all the powder kind of starts to puff up a bit. So it can get a little messy. You may want to do it over a sink, but I do want this to stay on low heat just for a couple minutes. Look at that. So you get a lot of volume in this recipe. I like it a lot. Well, a couple minutes in video world is like 30 seconds.
Well, they don't know this. They're going to leave it on there for 2 minutes, and then, again, it's going to be hard as a rock. Raspberries
always freak me out a bit. Like, I feel like you need to rip them open and really make sure there's no creepy crawlies living inside them. The cereal is finished. I actually didn't let it sit on the stove top for 2 minutes. As I mentioned, it was only about 30 seconds because I forget the oat bran actually cooks much quicker, I feel like, than if you do oats. So finished her up. My favorite toppings to add are just a little bit of peanut butter or nut butter of some sort. I did about 12 grams of that. And then some raspberries. Just makes the perfect, delicious breakfast. I'm weird. I don't like hot cereal hot. Like I actually prefer it sitting here room temperature. So I'm gonna let it like sit and marinate for a few minutes before I dig into it. That way it's kind of just more room temperature. I don't know. I'm the same way with eggs. I don't like hot eggs. Even fish sometimes. Jason gets mad at me. Kara, your fish is gonna get cold. Jason, I know. I want room temperature fish. I'm gonna eat this. I think y'all should try it out. I think you'll really like it. Let me know if you do. I don't know, next clip. See you there. Just finishing up my breakfast. I still have a little bit left, but I swear to y'all, that is filling. If you need a filling breakfast option, that right there, or go back to my meal prep video if you haven't watched it yet, the psyllium husk protein pancake. Well, I don't think I call it a protein pancake, but my psyllium husk pancake, both super filling breakfast. I personally find it helps me during a cut if I start my day with something a bit more filling, a bit more satisfying. What that is for each person could be different. For me, having definitely like some good carbohydrates along with some fats and protein is my perfect combo of a sweet spot to really kind of fuel the start of my day, which, as per usual, we have a busy day here in the Corey household. Jason just ran out to the store to grab us some stuff, I should say. While he's gone, I'm gonna head into the computer room in his office and review. We did a photo shoot yesterday, probably spent like 3.5 hours doing content for Buff Bunny Undead collection, launching October 10th, discount code Kara if you wanna support me and save 10% off. Also, yeah, this is the photo you can get. Just like flashing the camera, what can I say? But yeah, so this is part of like the stages of what we do that is very collaborative. Like it's a very 50-50 relationship, even though I'm the Buff Bunny collection athlete. Like any commission I make, it's Jason and I's commission. It's the Corey's commission, not just because we're married, just it's equal efforts here for what goes on behind the scenes. And I know I've shared a lot more of that and you guys are very aware and so appreciative. Anytime you guys send me messages, you're always like, thank you to Jason and Bruce Wayne and Joey Justice. So I love that you guys see that and know the hard work Jay puts in. But anyways, so he's got all the photos on his computer. He'll do like a brief like color correction just to kind of give me an idea, because he'll shoot some photos where like it looks totally shadowed and shaded and I'm like, I look like a troll under there. I can't see what's going on. But once he does his brief color correction, I'm like, oh snaps, that's like a sick photo. So he does an initial review, throws a color edit or does some editing through the different photos that we've taken, like which takes him at least an hour or so of time to do just that. Then I'm gonna go on the computer, which is what I'm gonna do right now, and actually select the photos that I like, and then he'll go in and edit those even further in terms of any fine tuning with the color grading or straightening things or filtering, things like that. So it's a long process just for the photos. So I'm gonna get that done, and then I like our little spooky section behind me. It's a little, it needs to be zhuzhed up a bit. The carpet we stuff under the couch just because when the dogs play, that carpet slides around quite a bit. So that's why you see the carpet look a little wonky. But anyways, my point was I want to do some reels. Short form content is apparently what all the platforms are pushing out, which is not my expertise, but I did that last time for Secrets in the Sand and everyone seemed to really like it. Like all my reels got really good feedback. I actually had quite a bit of fun doing the reels, I should say, seeing how they came out. Jason, again, helped with the editing of those reels. He did it on his computer. But I had a lot of fun with it, kind of sharing the content in a different way, because I know my YouTube reviews are usually an hour plus, and some people don't have the attention span for that anymore now, do we? Because of short form content. So I'm trying to still kind of do what I love, but also work with the algorithm a bit here, which is a fine science. It seems like a part-time job, probably just keeping up with it all. So I just follow Jason's lead. He always steers me in the right direction. So we're gonna work on some reels today. We've got some other errands to do. I'm premiering the video tonight for my full review at 7:30. So I am on a timeline. I'm gonna meal prep again this week and share that in a separate video, and now I'm talking too much. So I'm gonna go away and do what I said I'm gonna do, which is pick my photo back. So the dogs aren't getting enough screen time in my driven vlogs. But this morning, after Jason and I worked out, we brought the dogs for a family walk. Jay walked Bruce Wayne, who's super duper cozy up there on that couch. And I walked little Joey Justice. So this is about the time of day It's about 12:30. Hey, babekins. Little baby angel. Little handsome pants. Drop your dog's pet name below. Sorry for the blurry hand. Drop it below. But yeah, this is the time of day where after they've ate, they've been stimulated, they've had family time, their needs are met, just like get on their pillows. Bruce is cozy as shit. Oh my goodness. And they just sit there and they sleep it off for the afternoon. Also, I had a bat fall, but I want to show you guys. Where did the bat fall from? I'm not sure, but I bought these little bats off Amazon, which I thought were super cute. I've seen a lot of people do things with them around the fireplace, so I kind of went with like a little motion of them going like over the fireplace and then up the wall. I thought that looked pretty cute. I thought it was quite fun. I know this isn't Halloween-y, but Jason grabbed this for me, the Grinch Frosted Sugar Cookie Creamer. I love my creamer. I only use a tablespoon of it, so at the end of the day, 1.5 grams of fat, 5 carbs. Never tried this flavor before. I'm gonna be testing it out this week in my protein coffees, so I'll be sure to let you know if I like it. Moving on to the real taste test, Jason grabbed a bunch of these brand new Alani protein coffees. We have one in the flavor mocha. That's the one we're going to taste test here for y'all. And we have one in the flavor vanilla. Both similar macro breakdowns. They are about 2.5 grams of fat, 8 carbs, 10 protein, and the caffeine in these is 100 milligrams coming directly from cold brew coffee. Ingredients, nothing weird, nothing crazy, just basic cold brew coffee. We have milk concentrate, cream, sugar, cellulose gel, natural flavor, salt, dipotassium phosphate, cellulose gum, and sucralose to sweeten. So nothing I've never heard of or seen before, so I appreciate their minimalistic approach to their ingredients. Give it a shakety shake. Is this straight off the counter, Jay? Like straight off the, so it's not like cold or anything, but I'm not really like picky with that stuff. I don't mind it. Mocha, cheers. Likey. Not sweet at all, which I personally prefer, which may seem weird because I like just had Jay get that creamer, but I like that it's a very light coffee flavor. Ooh, you know what it tastes like? If you got coffee ice cream and let it just kind of like liquefy in your bowl at room temperature, that's what it would taste like. Not like super overly chocolatey tasting from the mocha, just very light, nice flavor to it. Creamy. Any other descriptive words I'm missing? I like it. So 12 ounces, 100 milligrams of caffeine, excuse me, which I quite like having an option like that on hand. It's 10 protein. So if I don't want to go, and only 90 calories, I should mention that. So my protein coffee you guys always see me make, that ends up being like 300 calories with everything in there. So if I kind of want to like go a little lighter on caffeine and calories, I could grab this for an option.
Or if you just need a midday.
Like a little midday zhuzh, a little boost, like Sundays, heavy work day for Jason and I, like I was mentioning, we got a lot going on. So a little extra 100 milligram boost. So yeah, we're all stocked up on those. I'm excited to have those in my arsenal of caffeine. Well, hello guys, and welcome to 2015, where I do some commentary over my workout footage, which I have not done in such a long time. So if you do like seeing this kind of footage, then be sure to stop right now, pause the video, make sure you give it a like, throw something down in the comments below so that I know you enjoy this type of video footage. But I wanted to share with you some workout footy of my shoulder day today with Jason at Crunch Fitness and just update you all on how my actual training in particular has been going. So I honestly have been doing this cut. The majority of my workouts have been home workouts, and I'm not shitting on home workouts. I have some really freaking good workouts down in the basement. I don't tend to film those or even do stories with those because the basement's like kind of dingy looking, but I'll be honest, it has everything Jason and I need to get in really good workouts. But it was a bit humbling to go to the gym today and actually use machines. So you saw me warm up with a machine shoulder press, and then we went into dumbbells. And I can tell my strength has definitely gone down a little bit with what I've been doing for workouts. So Jason and I both kind of committed this week to going back to the gym for all our workouts. It just makes a difference. We have the Bowflex dumbbells at home, and I just feel like they feel different. Our barbell feels different. So there's a little bit of a like kind of getting back into the gym type feeling I have to acclimate to in terms of my strength. But this was really good to go in there today. I'm about to lift 27 and a halves, and these felt pretty heavy for me. And I used to lift 30s. I don't think I really got much above 30s, maybe 32 and a half. And I definitely was not even going to attempt that today. So definitely lost a little bit of strength, not due to the cut, just due to lack of consistency with training in the gym. Everyone's different with what you have access to, but at the end of the day, I do find I end up being my strongest when I consistently get in my lifts at the gym. I think I'm my most focused there, and you just have access to really everything you need. And not that you have to do shoulders in 17 different ways. It's kind of the same old presses, laterals, raises, all the kind of same stuff that you would normally do in a gym, you could do at home, of course, but there's something different about it. I don't know if you all feel that same way. Let me know in the comments if you are still doing, if you're doing home workouts or at the gym or a combo of both. I do like going to the gym is a little different for me because I actually look at myself in the mirror. I think I've mentioned this before, not to be cocky, but do you get that way where when you go to the gym, you actually see yourself in the mirror, kind of motivates you a bit more to really, chase your pump or look stronger or feel stronger? When I work out downstairs, I'm not looking at myself at all. We don't have any mirrors whatsoever. So I don't know. I think being in the gym for the duration of my cut as much as possible will be helpful to increase my strength. So I will probably be reporting on that throughout the rest of the cut series. Today's workout, like I said, was shoulders, but then we also did throw in a little bit of biceps and a little bit of triceps as well. So it was a little bit of a combo, doing some rear delt action here. At this point in the workout, my arms were already toast, which is not normal for me, and just reiterates that your girl has some strength she wants to gain. So this was really good for me. I think coming into, we're 3 weeks in now, so coming into week 4, I think this was a good reminder for me. I have a lot of room for improvement. The journey is it's always going to continue. It's never going to be perfect. There's always going to be room for improvement, different things we can focus on. And I kind of like having a different focus each week. I think it helps just keep it fresh in my mind and keep it interesting. Throwing in some bicep curls here, nothing crazy. My biceps are I have tiny little short bicep muscles, and I feel like it's very, very hard to see them. But I will say I have a little vascularity, which is quite nice. I don't recall having a pump the last time I went to the gym and actually worked arms, so that was kind of cool to see. Finished off with some tricep push downs. I think that was the only movement I really did for triceps before we pieced out. But yeah, that was just most of the shoulder, bicep, and tricep workout I wanted to share with you all. Hope you enjoyed this footage and the rest of today's video. All right, friends, this is the portion of the video where I evaluate my progress. We are a full 21 days in now, so a full 3 weeks of effort on my part, and yeah, we're gonna break it down for you. I would like to know in the comments if you all are enjoying these weekly updates and check-ins. I know some of the information may kind of seem repetitive because I'm assessing progress on the same things every single week, but I will say for my own self, doing this and knowing that I'm gonna be doing these videos for you all has helped keep me accountable. I'm trying to keep myself accountable, of course, but knowing I'm gonna be videoing it and really assessing publicly online for the world to see has made me more mindful of just my decisions I make, which is really nice and just kind of goes to show when you really put forth intention into what you're doing, you can achieve so much more. And I've really seen that. So for this week, I'm jumping ahead here, but my weigh-in would kind of look like I've gained weight or something, right? It looks like my weight shot up this week. I actually didn't really do a ton of weighing in. I haven't been necessarily doing daily weigh-ins every day. It kind of depends on what's going on in the morning. But overall, my weight, I think, kind of stayed around the same place as last week with like 112, 111.8 to 12.4 seems to be where I'm running. And then this morning, I think I was a little bit higher than that, like between 12.6 to 113. I'm not trying to get in the weeds with decimals or anything, but I feel like being a smaller person, every little bit can make a difference. And so I didn't get on the scale and panic this morning. I kind of had a feeling my weight was going to be up for this video. Yesterday was my birthday. Didn't do anything crazy in terms of what I ate for my birthday. However, just the way the day went being my birthday, I did end up eating really late. Jason made me a meal at probably 9:15 at night. It was beef and veggies and salty and delightful, but like I knew I had not digested that meal, and it was just a heavier meal for me going to sleep right afterwards. So I had a feeling this morning I wouldn't feel totally digested, and that I actually felt a little poofy this morning. I know I didn't look poofy, but I felt it. So you kind of have to also understand the difference between feeling poofy and actually being poofy, if that makes sense. But the overall week for me, I will say this was more of a stressful week, just with having a lot going on, getting into the Buff Bunny collection launch. I feel like my mind is pulled in a lot of directions, and I try to silo it and just focus on what I have to do at hand and then move on to the next and not get too overwhelmed. But I feel like this week wasn't as well managed by me in terms of my mindset as it could have been. I wasn't as focused in on, you know, prioritizing my whole food choices and things like that. I did okay with macros. I wasn't perfect with the cut that I had set up for myself. So that is something that I have room for improvement on this week, which is okay. We are halfway into this cut, and you're also gonna see some comparisons with my body scan from week 1 to now, which does show things have come down, which I would say pretty nicely in 3 weeks. I am definitely not mad at the progress I've had thus far, and I do not expect to see giant changes week to week, even though I'm checking in with you all week to week. I don't expect there to be major drops on the scale or crazy changes week to week with my physique. That's not the point of this. I am doing a shorter period cut, but I'm still keeping it manageable where I'm not going so extreme that once I come out of the cut, you know, things go haywire. I'm keeping this as realistic and sustainable as I possibly can. So hopefully I'm showing you all that. In terms of what else, workouts and movement, pretty much did the best week I've had there. My steps were through the roof. I think that's been the biggest thing that's really helped me, is just even if things are chaotic a bit feeling, I'm focusing on my movement and keeping my tracker, my watch, my Fitbit, and tracking my steps has been huge for me. It's really given me an ability to be aware of how much I'm moving or not moving, and making that concerted effort to move more, even if that means going home after work in the evening and walking 20 minutes on the treadmill. I'll be honest, I'm not a lazy person, but prior to this, that wouldn't have been something that I would have entertained. I would have been more about cuddling up with the dogs and getting on the couch with my husband and what are we gonna watch tonight and that kind of stuff. So for me to be like, no, I'm gonna take 20 minutes for myself, go downstairs, I gotta walk it out, gotta get my steps in, you know, in some ways is really challenging to kind of walk away when there's so many other things you could be doing. But I do find it has helped me. It gives me that time, a little bit of therapy in my own mind for any of the chaos that I kind of need to sort out, or sometimes if I just need to push push the chaos away and watch a YouTube video for 20 minutes and get my mind off something. It's been very therapeutic for me and something that I will plan on continuing regardless of being in a cut or not. I think trying to keep the 9 to 10K steps a day is just really great for your health and has so many benefits overall. So really, really proud of the movement I got. In terms of actually seeing physique changes, I definitely see physique changes from week 1. I think they are slight. Like I could see where it'd be hard to really see them. But for me, I definitely can. Not as much in video as I can in real life. Like I can tell, like not to be weird, but you ever feel your body? You can just tell like things feel tighter or like more, I don't know. Yeah, tighter I guess is the best word. And I just feel like when I'm looking in the mirror, things definitely look like shape-wise, and like my abs definitely are coming out more. Don't think you can necessarily see it in the footage, but I could definitely see it in the photos we took for Buff Bunny. I was like, those were not looking like that as easily a week ago. So it's minor little changes week to week. I'm not looking for anything crazy. That kind of sets you up for failure with that mindset, unless you're doing something crazy, which I am not. So this week, I'm just gonna tighten up on my macros. I am traveling in less than a week, so I really also I tend to have digestive issues when I travel. I feel bloated and I don't poop. That's the full transparency there. So I really just wanna do all the right things this week leading up to my travels so that I can feel as good as possible when I travel next weekend. So I guess that's my plan. Could this past week have been better? Sure, it could have, but I'm still really proud of where I'm at. I'm proud of what I did, knowing it was gonna be a crazy stressful week, and I feel like I'm still making progress each and every day. I'm still feeling really motivated, and I'm really just quite enjoying this process, which is really nice to say. It hasn't been stressful. In fact, it's made my life more stressful. It's made my life less stressful in that, and even Jason's seen it, having a goal for me to focus on. And not only having a goal, but when I actually stick to my word and put in the time and effort to myself, it makes a difference in my overall attitude and my overall behaviors and how I view things and how I manage things and how I manage stressful situations. So that's what you kind of have to remind yourself of when you are feeling like it's a selfish task to take care of yourself. You have to remember, if you don't take the time to take care of you, it does spill into everything else you do. And it typically is in a negative way. So we're gonna move forward this week. I did wanna ask you all if you care for a vlog while I'm traveling. I'm going on a trip. I'm gonna see one of my best friends, Erin. I haven't seen her in many, many years, so I'm very excited about that. But I'm going down for the Food Nutrition Expo, an annual conference in Orlando. Only gonna be there a few days, but let me know if you would want some vlog footage from that, or how I navigate meals, or if I should just enjoy myself and check in with you all after the fact. But that's gonna wrap it up for week 3. Let me know how you are all doing down in the comments below. Check in with the Driven group over on Discord. Information is in the description box. And if you wanna keep seeing videos like this, then be sure that you are subscribed to the channel and go ahead and hit that like button. That is what lets me know, as well as YouTube, that you wanna keep seeing these videos. So thank you all. I will see you next week for our 1 month check-in, which will be a day early for me just due to flying out, but I am gonna check in and give you the full update before I fly on out of here. So that's it for me, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.